and I am still jet lagged and tired. We did get up really late this morning, regular time here, and started the day, but we couldn't get through the day, and I'm tired now. But anyway, besides all that, it's good to see that Emmanuel Quickly is still at OVO Center in the Instagram stories, messing around with his friends, but at least putting in work there. Let's see, what else did I see that happened? The Celtics got to the next round. What did you say, Adriana?
Boston sucks.
Yeah, she says that. But another trip to the Eastern Conference Finals for the Celtics. Well, doesn't mean that they win, though, right? Anyway, I heard that Aaron Gordon said something about Scotty Barnes being the next Aaron Gordon, and I want to slap him for that because honestly, that's limiting. If people think that Scotty is a glue guy, I will agree with that, but his aptitude and his ability is way beyond Aaron Gordon's. So that is an insult. I will say that. I know that some of you think that the Raptors are fumbling this thing with Vince Carter since the Nets are going to retire his jersey for sure, and we don't know what's going to happen with Raptors with the jersey retirement. But I think there's still time. And as Masai said in his press conference, what we're going to deal with Vince is a secret. And we will have to figure it out sometime this season. I know we're going to honor Vince somehow, some way, whether I like it or not. And I need to get over it, even though I'm really mad. Like, in some ways, I'm mad about all this Vince, the Raptors. And I hate it. I hate it so much. I wish that everything had gone smoothly. I wish that there wasn't a disrespect both ways. Whether he was disrespected or we were disrespected, I don't care. In some ways, I really do feel like this is a situation where somebody was awful to us in a past relationship, and now all of a sudden, like 20 years later, we're supposed to put them on a pedestal, literally, like maybe a statue, and treat it like everything was sunshine and roses the whole time with their history. It's not true. It's a very complicated situation. And it's easy for the Nets to go ahead and do this because everything about his time there was treated better by him in certain ways. So I don't know. It's very complicated. In some ways, I understand that this is totally out of my power what's going to happen with this team with honoring Vince. And it's just going to be what it's going to be. But, you know, us old fans that have been around a long time, a lot of you guys, the Raptor freaks, understand how, you know, this isn't so just one way or the other. That he does deserve to be honored, but in some ways, it's tough to honor somebody who did you so wrong. It just really is. More to look the refs or something. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I'm all discombobulated. I haven't been sleeping well, and I'm all like in a weird place. They don't have cannabis here. Yeah, 2 weeks of no cannabis. I'm gonna be a wreck. I'm gonna tell you right now. In fact, it's illegal apparently. Like I asked a guy. I went to a CBD store and he said, "Don't smoke it out in public. They will come and arrest you." So I'm like, I don't need to be getting arrested in Estonia, but I'm in a rock and a hard place when it comes to that. So yeah, we're gonna see. All right, let me see real quick who the refs are for the games today. Maybe that's all I'll do. I've got Leo's words of wisdom. I guess I could do that. Where's Leo Routens? Leo's life tips. This is always good. Leo Routens, what are your life tips for today? Leo, of course, is of Baltic origin also, like myself. I believe Leo's Lithuanian or Latvian. He might be Latvian. He's one of the other two. Leo, his saying today, you'd be surprised at what you attract after you start believing in what you deserve. I like that. So believe that you deserve better and you will get better, apparently, is what Leo's saying on his life tips this morning. We appreciate you, Leo Rounds. Thank you. All right, let me see. I'm just doing quick hits on some of my... I'm not organized. I didn't do this right. All right, there is a game today. It's Denver at Minnesota, and the crew chief is going to be Mark Davis with James Williams and Tyler Ford as the other two refs. All right, let me just go look at it looks like our WNBA league is going pretty well so far. I see that David's got a lead on me right now. Cool Cat is leading Morgan. I love the name by JP, by the way. JP has been really good with naming his fantasy teams. He was the Dick Picks for our NBA team, of course, with Grady Dick on his team. And now he's Reese's Nieces, playing off the name of Angel Reese. And I also noticed, JP, that you've got Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on the same team. That's awesome. That's so awesome. And then, of course, Kareem renamed his name Full Ass which is perfect. But Full Ass is beating Reese's Nieces right now. It looks like he lost his icon picture. I don't know what happened there. MK's got a slight lead on James in the first matchup, and Fiercey killing Edmund right now. Fiercey has come back fiercely in her fantasy matchup. All right, let's see what's saying on ESPN. Let me do quick reactions to whatever I see on the ESPN NBA page. Of course, there's a lot of pro Celtics BS that's out there right now because the Celtics are going to the Eastern Conference Final. Lucas keeping the peace with the refs, and they dominated the Thunder in a pivotal Game 5. This is truly vets versus youth, Thunder versus Mavs. We'll have to see how this goes. Are the Thunder going to be put out by Kyrie and Luka? That's a very interesting question. Very, very interesting question. What do you have to say, Adriana?
Leo runs his father is Latvian, his mother's Lithuanian.
Okay, so he's both. I was right.
Yes.
So he's both Lithuanian and Latvian. So that totally fits. That totally fits. And Leo, what up? I'm in Estonia. This is interesting. So the Cavs are out because the Celtics eliminated them, and they're already talking about firing JB Bickerstaff. I feel like JB Bickerstaff has done a good job considering everything, and that in some ways, I don't think the Cavs should fire him. I think he's actually been very good for them. I think that would be a little bit of a knee-jerk reaction, like some of the firings from last summer. So, yeah, I would tell you right now, Cavs, do not fire J.B. Bickerstaff. I don't think that's the right move. Now, Donovan Mitchell leaving the Cavs, I could see that happening. You know, honestly, it's kind of like it shows you when the games are the most crucial, who doesn't show up shows how much they care about being on that team. And Donovan Mitchell has not played in the last few games of this series against the Celtics. I don't know if he could or not. I don't know. I don't care. But I'm just saying, sometimes people will show up when it really matters and they really want to do something. They really want to be there. And I'll say the other person who didn't show up and play for games was Giannis. Let's just put it that way. So, yeah, there you go. It says that Steph Curry has won the second Magic Johnson Award. What does that mean? What is the Magic Johnson Award? Is the Professional Basketball Writers Association Award for the player who excels both on the court and in displaying cooperation and grace in dealing with the media and fans. You know, I want to shout out. I want to be critical of Draymond Green for dissing DeMar DeRozan on TV the other night. I heard what you said about the Clutch Player Award that was given to Steph, and how he said DeMar couldn't win that award. Well, what the fuck were you doing in Golden State this year with your record? And why would Steph deserve Clutch Player of the Year over DeMar DeRozan in some ways? The stats are actually better for DeMar and Clutch. And what did the Warriors win this year? Come on now. So, Draymond, get your head out of your ass. And I'm glad that some people on that panel told you to your face that you were wrong. I believe Alex Caruso was there when you said that. That's kind of messed up, man. Yeah, all right, let me see. Is there anything else? They're saying that Alex Sarr is going to probably be the pick by Atlanta. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Atlanta, very lucky. Good job, Landry Fields, of course. Let me see. Is there anything else I want to... Oh, maybe I'll do the Instagram stories real quick. Why not? Let's do the Instagram stories really fast here. And I'll see what's going on with our guys running around. They're on vacation like me, I'm sure. Let's see who's on here first. First we got Dennis. Dennis is doing stuff in Germany. He's not far from me. Dennis is not far from me. I could get in a car, probably can drive down to where Dennis is right now, and it wouldn't be that crazy, honestly. Dennis, what are you doing in your Instagram stories? He's just got something going on. That's not helpful. It's just him at tournaments in Germany, as usual. He's really enjoying his off time and being with his family, being around people. I don't even know why I'm covering Dennis anymore. Mr. New York City is in Atlanta now. He's migrated from Miami up to Atlanta. He has very much been saying stuff about being hyped for Summer League and also getting ready for the next year of his life. He wants to make it the biggest, best year of his life. And I'm with you, man. Today was a long day. And he posted that at 1 a.m. last night when he finished his workout for the day, I guess. So that was a long day of workouts, Marquise. Get better and better and come and save us. I want you to be a part of the next part of the Raptors history. Let's see what Marquise is saying also. Before God elevates you, he's going to show you everyone's heart around you so you will know who to take with you and who to love from a distance. There you go. Miles Burns is saying a happy birthday to his dog and one of his biggest haters. Enjoy and be safe, Jada Broughton. So she's like also she's his friend, but also a hater. And there he is working out in the Raptors 905 gear. Miles Burns, a rookie from last year on the 905. Let's see what else is going on. He's got this guy working out, and Gary Trent got his hair done. Super ispy is what he's saying. He's got braids that are going crisscross on top, and he's got nice little side braids on the side. It looks cool. Gary's always cool. It doesn't matter what Gary does, and you even see the back of Gary Trent on this clip. It's crazy, and you see just how tattooed he is. Slim Duck is interesting. He's got this hourglass picture emote and he's sitting down as a Raptor, and the song's kind of going, "You didn't want me, but now you want me." And I'm wondering if that's a message to the Raptors organization. I don't know. Chris Boucher's in a weird place. So I hope you're on our team next year. That's all I want. I do really like you here. Yeah, he said when they come back after they've been disappointed by those, they've replaced you. There you go. So they're not happy. He's saying that people are not happy with the people that they've replaced him with, so they want him to come back. Is that what he's saying? That's crazy. DeMar is in the arena. He's been quoted recently to say that he really loves playing for Chicago, and he doesn't want to go play for anybody else. So DeMar DeRozan is being loyal to Chicago, just like he was loyal to us a long time ago. Grady is in the gym working out, it looks like there. And I see this super fan Mo went down to the NBA restaurant and checked it out, and she really liked it, I can tell. And she said 10 out of 10 for accessibility. And it has been set. June the 8th, 4 p.m., an NBA restaurant in downtown Toronto, Queensquay. We're going to be celebrating Superfan Mo's birthday. And yeah, it's really cool that you made it down there, Mo, and I've seen what you saw. All right, there's your Instagram stories. I don't know how much more I should do here. Yeah, I don't know really any more to talk about right now. But I went on at my regular time, which is 4:30 here. And yeah, I'm really tired still. I got to eat some food. Let me see what people are saying. Maybe I'll talk to you guys just a little bit. Cool Cat's here. Good morning, Raptor Freak crew. Vacation mode. Many thanks for the grind. What time is it for you now? It's 4:30 p.m. right now, and I did not get a 4:20, so I'm a little off. We are on our timeline with Vince, not what other teams do. He can get a statue. I hope this jersey does not get retired. Yeah, I'm with you on this. Cool Cat's with me also. I think we can one up the Nets by saying, yeah, we'll do a statue. Y'all want to do a jersey? We'll do a statue. That's a little bit bigger. And knowing Masai, he might say fuck Brooklyn and do that. Yeah. Fiercey saying hi. Good to see you, Fiercey. Yo, Amit. Good to see you again. Mike's here. Logical Rabbits Fanatic. Hey, I saw a decent salary cap accurate Raptors offseason video. AVC channel. The perfect Toronto Raptors offseason. It was informative in possibilities. Awesome, Mike. That's a great suggestion. Y'all check out that channel. Thank you for bringing that to our attention. When I get back, Mike, I'll definitely watch it then. David's saying, so when did you wake up? So we slept until midnight, woke up for half an hour and went back to sleep, and then got up at 7 a.m. So we did do the day and a half of sleeping. Actually, we were very successful at it. Fiercely saying people are trying to undermine us as Nets are retiring VC's jersey before us. They don't understand the history. Yeah, that's part of the problem. A lot of people are going to just think that we're idiots for not doing it before them, but that's not true. That's not true. This is complicated with us. And David's saying, who cares what people are trying to do? They all have a room at temperature IQ. David's hilarious. Seymour's here. Good to see the Sheriff Seymour Pape holding it down in Calgary. Man, I am so far from you right now, Calgary time zone. What pop, fam? Yeah, what's popping? I am tired still, jet lag, but we'll get through it. G saying LeBron was at the Cavs game. Do you think LeBron is tampering with Mitchell? Also, Clutch at it again with Darius Garland. Interesting. I did not hear that part. I mean, it makes sense that he'd be in Cleveland because that's his hometown. I don't think that's tampering. I don't think it's anything other than LeBron's in Cleveland hanging out and he wanted to go to a playoff game. But, I mean, I wouldn't trust anything with Clutch involved. You know that's right. Now, I really want to see LeBron leave the Lakers just because of his promise about Bronny. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens with that. Fiercely saying they're glorifying the Celtics, saying it's their whatever number of times going to the Eastern Conference Finals in the past years. But guess when they won the chip was like 2007. So they've gone to the Eastern Conference Finals. They've gone to the finals a bunch, but it don't matter because they don't get the job done by the end of it. Yeah, let's see. LeBron is always tampering, David saying. Yep. No swearing Thursdays. All right, comma crazy. Good to see you here, comma crazy. I'll try not to swear. I cannot say that for Adriana, though. There's been some swearing by her recently, for sure. Let's see. G saying 80 beat SAR and Klingum and lateral drift, lateral stuff, and beat Klingon in the 3-4 sprint with vertical agility. This is good. I knew Zach would beat them on that kind of stuff. I can tell he's more mobile than Klingham from watching their clips. Smooth's here. Good to see Smooth. Nice to see you, Lex. Good to see you too, Smooth. We'll bring the classic card back as soon as possible. Kel Ware received 100 combine score. Only one apparently ever. Enjoy your trip. Thanks, G. This is good information. So my instinct scouting Kel Ware and also Monique's affinity for him is right on. So I'm really big on Masai and Bobby getting Kel Ware, even if he's deemed a project. Let's see. Tom Dookie's here. He's talking in Estonian to me. Tere hommikust. How is your Estonian? All the best to you. Meet any Hoops fans yet? No, nobody wears any sports stuff here at all. In fact, half the people here are Russian, and there's half people are talking Russian, and half the people are talking Estonian. The one really interesting thing is we're down the street from the Russian embassy, and there is a whole bunch of stuff in the street talking about you're murdering children. There's all kinds of memorials and stuff against the war in Ukraine, and rightfully so. In fact, the police are parked out in front of that embassy 24/7, just in case somebody tries to do something crazy to the Russian embassy here in Tallinn. So that's very interesting in that point, really going down there. We went to the Old Town Square. We're in an Airbnb near the Old Town, and it's very nice. It's just we haven't gotten to explore much because we've been resting a lot. But we will go out and explore more in the coming days, for sure. But Tommy, thank you for the Estonian greeting. And I have not met any Hoops fans yet, but I have seen very tall people here. That's for sure. Nobody's wearing any teams, anything right now. I'm wearing stuff, and nobody said anything to me about my Raptor stuff, though. All right, let's see what else you guys are saying. Tom Duke's got the logo and Mo on blast. I love it. Logical saying, gee, you should check the video I mentioned higher up. It's interesting. It has misses on a couple things, but it's easy to see how things play out. Right on, man. I will definitely check this out myself. David's saying, if you can't find pot, go to a local bridge club. And they'll probably be smoking there. Is that what you're trying to say? You know, I don't think it's a really big part of the culture here because, like, they say that you can have a certain amount and you're okay, but if you get caught with it, you get a fine. Now, they don't want you to smoke it anywhere in public. And if you do, they will arrest you. They will arrest you for smoking marijuana in public here. So it is stigmatized here, much worse than Canada. And the other thing they said, if you do smoke it, well, you should do it in your apartment or your hotel. And the Airbnb we're staying in has a strict no smoking policy. So I'm going to be trying to not smoke cannabis for 2 weeks. I might have weird withdrawals. The little check-ins might be weird as we go. They might be really weird with Lex with no cannabis. Okay, Tommy's put the link in for this. I'm going to watch it afterwards. Carlo's saying, have a great time on your vacation, Lex. Thank you, Carlo JS. I appreciate you, my guy. Great Raptor freak. And Tom Duke getting dapped from Mike. I like that. Cheers to you. And that's it. What's the title of the video? Tom dropped the link in the chat. And how's the TV like there? You know, we have not watched any television. I want to watch Survivor, but we can't because we're so far away. And Survivor's going to be like a finale and over, and we're gonna miss it. It's gonna be too. Is it all Russian TV? I only saw TV once, and it was at the breakfast buffet this morning, and it was BBC, and they were covering like Putin visiting the Chinese president, and Wall Street's doing really well in the States or something. It was BBC. Which is a little bit better than any kind of other weird like news propaganda. But yeah, it was just on in the room where we were having breakfast. But otherwise, I haven't seen any TVs. And Warsaw was weird. Like being in Poland just for like 2 hours in the airport was a little weird. But yeah, the problem is that like my parents are older and, you know, my girlfriend and I, we have our own issues with diet and different things. So this trip has been stressful to start because we're very tired and we have to rest, and there's a lot of different things going on here right now. In some ways, I'm feeling a lot of pain right now because I've come back to my ancestral homeland, and you know, there's a lot of like things in my psyche from like feeling like I should have been here all along. I know that all kinds of different people go through this, like whether it's native aboriginals on North America, whether it's people that came from Africa, sometimes I don't know if people have had this experience before, but it's like I came back and I'm feeling a lot of pain about why I was not here the whole time already. Does that make any sense? And it really is because of World War II and then the USSR taking over and the Soviets taking this area of the world, and they were going to send my grandfather to Siberia because he actively fought against the Soviets and he was on a list. So me coming back here now at 49, I've never been here before in my life. And my grandfather never got to come back here after the war because he died before the Berlin Wall fell and Estonia got its independence back in 1995. So it's a weird feeling. Like I don't know what it is. Like I have a feeling of my ancestors in me and being here, and it's sad. It's not necessarily a joyous trip for me right now because it's making me realize that like our family got derailed from where we were supposed to be. And I love Canada. And if anything, I've realized now I don't belong in the States and I don't belong here either. I belong in Toronto. And that's really reinforced this. Some ways I was coming to this trip to think, well, maybe I should move to Estonia because this is where I was supposed to be in the first place. But nobody here speaks English, and it would be really hard for me to be here and start all over in this country like this, especially at my age. So I'm definitely coming back to Canada. And if I had any kind of weird fantasy about, well, I should be living in Estonia, that has been gone after being here right now. It's really weird. Let me see what else you guys are saying. Let's see. Cool Cat saying, Lex, you needed the candy goodies. That might help. I thought about getting oil, but then I remembered Brittany Griner. It's like, okay, all right. See, that's what we've got to realize that, this was a part of the USSR, and there's a lot of influence from Russia here. And the way they treated Brittany Griner about cannabis oil and traveling, that got her the prison sentence. So I don't want to mess with this in any kind of way. If I can abstain for 2 weeks, I will. It could be a very good test for me. But yeah, maybe I should have brought some baked goods. Okay, you might have been exactly right. Let's see. Smooth saying it makes sense, man. The trip is painful and important, man. Yeah, I don't know. Like I assume that African American people that get back to Africa may feel this too. And I'm not trying to belittle their experience or anything like that. I'm sure it's a whole other kind of painful, kind of weird feeling in some ways. But I can relate to it in some ways from this, because my family did flee this country as they would have called us war criminals, the USSR, but we were just freedom fighters, and we just wanted to keep this country free. And well, we got it back, thank God. But the presence of Russia is very strong here. Like I'm walking in the streets and I'll hear Estonian spoken. I know the difference between the two, and you can hear them 50-50. There's a lot of Russian people living amongst everybody here. Now, hopefully they're not pro-Putin Russians. That's the thing. That's the other thing you got to think about. Who's this and who thinks like this way about the old country or not. Hopefully most of them are like, yeah, that place sucks, and that's why I'm in Estonia. I don't know. Either way, it's heavy stuff. It's heavy stuff, but it's cool. We're actually literally in a castle. Like this is, we're inside the old town, and this Airbnb feels like a castle. It's very weird. The ceilings are very high. There's all kinds of weird little alcoves and weird things in the middle that make you feel like this was built in like the medieval times. Like I can tell. It's really weird. It's a really weird Airbnb, but it's cool. It's pretty cool. The old city is different. Yeah. Let's see. Stargate saying yes. Kel-El looks like a Raptor type player for sure. Very astute observation by Lex and Monique. The first time I saw him, I was like, this dude is badass. Like I like his skills. I love his wingspan. And I just think that if we lost all this stuff and Coloco is just not going to work out, we need to replace Coloco and get some of that like kind of stuff. Now I'm hearing rumblings. Some people are saying like Josh Lundberg has doubled down on his tanking thing. And he says that to really truly tank this year, we need to trade Jakob Poeltl now. I hate Josh Lundberg right now. Like, what do you have against Jakob Poeltl, bro? Seriously. And why do you not want the Raptors to win? Do you really think tanking for a year again and losing a bunch is good for Scotty and Scotty's psyche? Do you really think that is good for our fans? Do you really think it's good for our franchise to not try and win? Do you understand that Masai Ujiri is not about that? Like, he knows he has to rebuild to an extent, but he's not trying to do a full 6-year rebuild. And honestly, I could see us rerouting back onto being more of a winning team this year coming up, Josh. And you just need to shut up with your whole tank and trade Pirtle talk to try and get a really high draft pick this year. That's such an idiotic kind of idea. I really feel like that is. All right, let's see. Cool Cat saying, Lex, your ancestors are speaking to you. The trauma is in the genes. It is said that ancestral link thingy that scientists talk about. Yeah, I studied this in grad school about depression and alcoholism and substance abuse, and this is a big reason why there are a lot of Aboriginal people in Canada that have drinking problems, is because there is a pain body that they have to mediate and kind of alleviate in certain ways just to deal with everyday life because of this. The injustices of genocide and war and all kinds of really bad things are not just felt in the horrific violent acts at that time. There are reverberations throughout time, whether it's the slave trade, whether it's the World War II, whether it's the Israeli genocide of Palestinians right now. This is all going to be felt for decades and centuries from now in certain ways in the genetic code of the people of those places. And that's the thing that we don't realize. It does really reverberate out like that. Thank you, Cool Cat, for bringing that part up. Yeah, it would still be illegal. Yeah, no oil, it would still be illegal. Tom's saying, yes, behave. Sounds like you are just being real and also grateful. It's weird, man, because I'm having a hard time because I'm totally out of my comfort zone. You know, when I've been doing this show for like 3 years now, I've been by myself in my apartment and really a shut-in and not really interacting with a lot of people. And being in really loud, crowded airports has been hard for me. And you know what? Actually, it's weird. Like a little while ago, I was talking to my dad, and he thinks I have Asperger's, that I have different issues with a lot of energy around me and a lot of noise, and also things not going according to plan. And in some ways, it's something clicked when he said that. And I'm like, you know what? If that is some sort of the explanation for why I'm such a tight ass about certain things, like being on the air at 9:30 in the morning every day, that may be part of that syndrome that I have. So I don't know. Either way, I love the Raptors and I love talking to y'all. So it's not a bad thing that I'm doing this. So let's see. Let's keep going. Stargate saying I first missed his first comment. I apologize for that, sir. Let me see where it is. I'll even go back. Let me see if I can go up and see it. I can't see it, Stargate. Did you? I don't know where you commented. Good morning, Dana. Good to see you. Dana, Canadian Dana's here. It's actually afternoon here. It's very much afternoon here. No, Stargate, I don't see your other comment. I apologize. Yes, Kella looks like a Raptor for sure. Let's see. David saying Brittany Griner got out of prison due to a prisoner swap. That's right. I don't know if they'll swap for me, though. Russian Victor Bout, the Merchant of Death, some arms dealer. Yeah. Medieval, so cool, man. So cool. Yeah, there's like a wall that's near here that's like a fortified city wall, like a castle wall. And you can go look at it. And you can see how fortified it was. And you have to think about how they had that wall there to try and keep invaders out. You know, because Estonia has a history of being a very small country with not a lot of people. And it's been taken over by as far as people as the Mongols. Like Genghis Khan and the Mongols came here from over in Mongolia, right across Asia and Europe. And the amount of times that Russia has taken over Estonia, you can't count on two hands. So Sweden's taken us over either, and Sweden is like a neutral country for so how long, but in the history of Sweden, they have come over and taken Estonia. So we've been kind of like sadly a doormat as far as like people can just come take us over. So seeing the city walls of this city, Tallinn, and understanding that history, and I love that it's still here and preserved. If there's been so much kind of taken over, well, there's old history that's still intact. And that is awesome. I love that. Yeah. Let's see what else people are saying. David's saying, thank you for being here today, Lex. I was all discombobulated yesterday. Well, I'm glad I'm here on time, David, for you. You know, you can thank Adriana for that. We were just taking a rest, and she said, you need to go online right now for your people. Didn't you say that, Adriana?
I sure did.
She put me up to it. She shamed me. I was like, I'm on vacation, though. What? They're expecting you, is what she said. And David is exactly who you were talking about. G saying, so trading yak, Scotty's been screen setter is the best screen setter is the answer now. That makes that means Scotty will be setting the screens. Do these guys have any thought process? I think Josh Lundberg's not trying to help the Raptors. I think that he's not trying to help the Raptors at this point. David's saying, yes, wake up, say something moronic. Rinse, lather, and repeat. Yeah, nothing to say right now other than what I'm saying. G saying, I was just going to say you have Asperger's, but didn't want to be presumptuous. My nephew has it, and I see some similarities. Wow, G, that's big time. It's weird because, you know, Asperger's, you can be very high functioning. And, you know, I was told when I was a little kid I was gifted, and I was tested, and I was put in all these gifted classes. And I did really well in the early grades where it was very orderly and very like everything is so scheduled. But when I got to the part of school where you switch classes and things are kind of all over the place and awry, I really, really had a hard time at that point. It was like the middle grades, 6, 7, and 8. And you know, because I was already told like so young, and all of my teachers like, this kid's smart, he's good, he's gifted. They miscalculated me. So wow, G, the fact that you had that impression of me, and now that's kind of coming full circle. So this is kind of a weird thing all of a sudden that's just happened, like just in the last while. I'm gonna definitely tell him you said that. Let's see. David's saying, Stargate, hey, Lex, enjoy your vacation and be safe. Stephen A. Smith pushing the Bronny to Dallas narrative. Funny how that team is now owned by a betting entity. Are they in cahoots with Clutch? That's very interesting. So Stephen A. Smith is saying that right now. Thanks for finding Stargate's comment. I don't know why I can't see it on here. It may be that it's filtering only certain comments, guys. So I apologize if I don't see that stuff. And Stargate's thanking you. That's really weird. Yeah, I'm going to be questioning everything that has to do with Dallas at this point. In fact, if they beat the Thunder, I might even question that already. You know, I may already question that. Let's see. You know, there's a lot of betting here. It's weird. I'm walking around and there's all these places where you can bet on sports. So it's really prevalent here in Estonia, sports betting. So let's see. David saying mental health matters. Raptor Freak family stream is my daily dose. There you go. And thank you to Adriana for that. Well, she left the room, but I'll definitely tell her that you said that. All right. Well, we got a little mishmash of a check-in here. Maybe this is how these will go. They'll just be like little, like, I guess I've been on for half an hour. That's a lot longer than I thought. Maybe just little check-ins, but not the full kind of regular Raptor Freak stream like when I get back. But yeah, I appreciate all you guys. Thursday Think Tank. This is what I think. I wish y'all could call me, but that'd be kind of crazy to call all the way here with things. And I don't have my phone, honestly. I left it in Canada. I didn't bring it with me. All right, guys, I appreciate y'all. I love and respect. I really, really, seriously, Raptor Freak family is becoming like a rock for me in certain ways. And I really, as much as it is for David, in some ways, it's the same for me. So I'm glad to be here, man. I'll check. All check-ins are dope. Thanks so much, Lex. Enjoy your evening. Have fun. I appreciate you, Tom. I appreciate you, David. Cool Cat, Marie, Monique, Dana, Stargate, Smooth, G, Logical, Amit, everybody who's here and everybody who's a regular, everybody who watches me, and I don't even know your name. I appreciate every single one of y'all. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. And if you enjoy the channel that much, you can join like David Saborn. You can find out there's privileges. They're weird, but they're still privileges. And I'll be back tomorrow at this time. I guess I will try and do the 4:30 still. 4:30, 9:30 a.m. Eastern. Yeah, 4:30 Italian time. But anyway, guys, have a great day today going forward, and I will have a good evening is what I'll do next. And I'll see you guys around 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. I'll try and do it right around the same time. All right, y'all, let's go Raptors. And don't believe the hype. And stop hating people just because we have our own timeline. Doesn't mean y'all need to go and tell us when we need to do things with our franchise and our retired jerseys and all that kind of jazz too. And I will say this, to the best team win between the Knicks and the Pacers because I want the best team to play the Celtics and put their ass out in the Eastern Conference Finals. So whether it's Anunoby and the Knicks, get healthy fast, if it's going to be y'all, because I'd love to see y'all get the finals over the Celtics, or it's Pascal and Halliburton and those guys, either way, I want them Celtics out. So one of those teams has got to do it. That's what I got to say right there. Yeah, enjoy your vacation, Lex. Thanks, Graham. I appreciate that. When I get back, Graham, I'm going to get in touch with you because apparently Graham is my neighbor out in my new place out in the country. And that's going to be cool. I'm going to get up with Graham because I think he lives in the same town as me now. So it's going to be very, very cool. All right, dap to you, Smooth Brown Man. And I will have the classic cards when I get back. I did not bring them with me. I didn't bring any of my stuff. Justin's not here either. Let's go, Raptors. Let's go, Raptors.